Over half the people that take their driving test don't pass it. And the reason why is that they're so nervous, they just can't control their nerves and they fail on the day. So do you want to fix this? Because this happens to so many people, it's probably going to happen to you. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what's actually happening to your body, how you can counteract that, and how you can go on to pass. These tips you're not going to find on another channel. So I've been doing this for over 20 years, and my expertise and investigation into this has come up with some real answers. First of all, on the day of your test, or just before that, you're going to start feeling quite anxious. Probably like a couple of nights before, you're not going to start sleeping, you're not going to eat properly, and it's going to be a real nerve-wracking time for you. There's probably loads of things that are up against it. So you're probably thinking, if I don't pass, I might not get that job. You know, I'm letting my family down. I'm letting my friends down. I don't want to tell people. So there's all this connection with failure that we all live with in life. And this is adding to your nerves situation. So what can we do? Well, first of all, we can plan this day so that we don't feel that nervous. And if we do feel that nervous, I've got some tips at the end of this video that's going to sort that out for you so you know how to solve it. The first thing you need to do is to realize what happens. So when we get really nervous, so the day of your test, you're going to feel just so nervous, it's unreal. So what's going to happen to your body is as you get closer to that time or you're doing your driving, adrenaline is going to be released into your bloodstream. Now, this is part of our fight and flight system, which you've all heard of, about running away from danger in our prehistoric times. So our fight and flight system is going to kick in, and adrenaline and cortisol, which is the stress hormone, is released into the body. Now, this means that you're not going to be able to logically think through your driving and what you're doing. Now, a typical example of this is on people on driving tests. When they don't pass, they don't make logical decisions, they make rational decisions. And this is typically the scenario which happens with the fight sort of situation of running away from lions. So example, you'll come up to a junction, and rather than methodically thinking about the gap in the space, you're thinking about, can I go, can I survive this? And it's all about the test and survival than it is actually passing the test. When cortisol is released into the bloodstream, again, it stops your logical processes. So you're already up against it, and at this point, it's very difficult to grab this back. So what can you do to stop these things from happening? Well, you can plan the day to an extent. So this can be done by doing personal work on the approach to it, about your nerves and how you feel. This can be done by simply writing down how you feel on the approach to the test and how you're going to counteract that. Now, some people say that you should treat a driving test like a normal lesson, but that's not the case, and it will not happen for you because a normal lesson is not a driving test. This is why mock tests are so important. You should be doing loads of mock tests leading up to your exam, just so it puts you in the mind frame of that test situation. And that will get your body used to the test situation, and it will stop releasing the cortisol and the adrenaline. But what can you do leading up to this day? Well, there's a few things you can do. For example, bananas are very high in vitamin B, and this can make you more relaxed. So there's loads of talk about it. It is true. Have a banana or two on the approach, you know, coming up, get into the car for your practicing before the test. If you are feeling really bad, and I did this one day, I got this customer to do this, is that just before your test, pull up on the left, about sort of like 35 minutes, 40 minutes before your test. And what you can actually do, and this is going to sound crazy, is go for a run. So going for a run will mean your body will start processing and getting rid of this excess adrenaline and cortisol, dropping your levels down to a more feasible way of actually passing, a logical way of passing your driver test, so you'll feel more relaxed. But what you need to do is get out the car and go for a harsh run. Go so you feel really like out of breath and just keep going. And then obviously come back to the car. This will make a big difference to you, and it'll force your body to stop releasing any more adrenaline, and it'll start the relaxing process. The other thing you can do is to actually take very deep breaths. So sit in the car quietly and deep, long, drawn out breaths maybe counting to 2 or 3 on an inhale and 2 or 3 on an outhale. This again forces your sympathetic nervous system to kick in to start actually relaxing your body. Look into other foods as well. There's foods you can actually eat, like types of fish, that can actually relax your system as well. So there's lots of things we can do to get ourselves out of this fight or flight situation. And what you want to do really is not get into it to start with. So I hope that's been useful, and please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll give you some more content on this that I can share with you to make this day just a more successful day for you.